Welcome back, Canfield Nation. Coca's Pizza here in Canfield, our proud sponsor of all of our Canfield football player profiles. We are joined now by Jake Cox, who is a senior wide receiver. You're also on the kickoff return team as well. We had you waiting there for a little bit, talking some football. So we appreciate your patience, and hey, thanks for coming out tonight.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I'm excited to be here. Yeah.
Wide receiver, all right. Favorite part of playing wide out?
Honestly, I think the last couple years we've had a lot of good guys, so it's been cool coming up with some really good receivers. But I think my favorite part is just just the basics, run routes, catching balls. Just it's just I don't know. I just always have been catching balls for forever. So yeah.
This is a competitive group when you look at it. 28 seniors, a lot of wideouts this year. How competitive does it get in practice, and how much do you guys feed off of one another?
It gets real competitive sometimes. We're always battling, messing with each other, making jokes. Sometimes it gets a little heated, but yeah, it's definitely a fun time.
You got Brock Lowry as your quarterback, who's one of the best in the Mahoning Valley, Indiana commit. What's it like catching balls from him?
It's great. We've all been catching balls from him since I don't even know how long, 7th grade he started playing quarterback, and he's kind of just always been that guy. So it's been cool catching balls from him, seeing the way he's been working up.
So you've been playing football for a while. When did you start playing?
I started in 7th grade too.
7th grade.
Yeah, that was my first year.
Okay, so what got you into playing football then in middle school?
Pretty much before that, I was just kind of playing flag football for a while. I feel like kind of just I've always been a football fan my whole life, and my dad has just always kind of pushed me in that direction. So I was just ready 7th grade year.
Were you playing competitive flag football?
Yeah. I played for YYF.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Now, did you play on the teams that went to Vegas and that?
Oh no. I was never like that. No, I wasn't like that. But.
All right. Overall, what is your favorite part? About playing the game of football in general? Is it competing in practice? Is it going out there and having fun with your friends? What has been your favorite part overall?
Honestly, I think just being with your friends, just the memories you make, the bonds you have with all the people around you. Just kind of, I don't know, just mainly the memories you make. You know, the work you put in practice, and just all of it put together. What you get out of it is just. Really important to me, I think.
There's a lot that goes into being a Canfield football player when you guys look at it. So much time is spent in the off season. Even after practices, you guys are in the weight room working out. So overall, what do you think has been the most difficult part about playing football?
I'd like to say the most difficult part for me, at least, has been my size. I've tried to I've been working really, really hard this offseason and the past couple off seasons. I think just, being kind of a smaller guy, it's been a little bit of a struggle, and I've just been kind of pushing through it, but it's a good way of motivation for me, I think.
I get you there. We're about the same height. I understand that 100%. What's your mentality like then? You're the underdog. You got to come out there with a chip on your shoulder when you're facing off against the DB who might be taller than you. Bigger. What is your mentality against that guy?
I don't really pay attention to size very much. I know my own ability, and I'm pretty confident in myself. I think if I know what I'm doing, I think I got him. So,
on the special teams unit as well, on the kick return team, what's it like playing that? And what's your favorite part about doing that?
I'm in the second line there, so it's pretty cool. I'm blocking for my boy Jack Davis back there, and kind of hoping one pooch kick comes to me one time, I'll take that to the house.
What's the biggest block that you've laid on somebody?
I think it was the West Branch game. I think Paul Bindus had the kickoff return, and I had someone on the ground for that. Yeah. So yeah, that was pretty nice.
Now, what's your assignment when you're on the kickoff return team? That's a part of the game of football that a lot of people overlook. What are you looking for on the kickoff? What is your assignment? Are you picking up the first guy? I mean, is there certain assignments that you have?
I pretty much I'm on the right side, so I get the third guy over, and I pretty much just
follow him.
I pretty much just follow him. I make sure he's not coming into the play at all and not making the tackle. Yeah.
You're on the hands team as well, right?
Yeah. That's pretty nerve-wracking sometimes.
Let's go through that a little bit. There's got to be a lot of pressure to that, especially against an onside kick. Poland did it to open up that second half. When you're lining up and they're going to come with an onside kick, especially late in games when you have a lead. I guess, what is the goal, and what are some things you work on during practice to get to that point? Because obviously everybody says, oh, you just got to catch the ball. Well, it's not that easy.
Yeah, no, it's definitely not that easy. I feel like, going on the line there against Poland, coming out of the half, it was just kind of a surreal feeling, playing our big time rival and being on that first play of the second half to open out the second half of the game. But it was just a crazy feeling, we did the same thing against Wentz Branch towards the end of the game. It was super nerve wracking too. But yeah, no, it's definitely really cool being on Hans' team.
What are drills that you work on?
I'd like to say my favorite drills, just any catching drills, over the head ball drills, just it's like art kind of. So I just really like the ball drills.
What are some of your favorite memories playing football with this squad? From 7th grade, middle school years, all the way up now to your senior season, what are some things that you're never going to forget?
Honestly, I mean, there's way too many just to pick one, but it starts off from our bus rides we had our 7th and 8th grade years, and my Drew Rostek broke his arm in 8th grade. That was his first year ever playing football, and I took his number and scored a 2-point conversion. They called his name over the speakers. So that was a pretty good memory. So,
I mean, that's not a great memory that you don't get the credit.
I mean, no, it's fine though. We joke about it sometimes, but it was cool in the moment. So,
when you look at it, you're going back to Rain Stadium, one of the best stadiums that you get to play in throughout your career. Walking down those steps is pretty cool, and then onto the field. What has been your favorite place that you have played in?
Honestly, I mean, we were just at Dover, and I've been there, I think, 3 times, and I really like their field, and Rain's also a super, super nice field. That was the first time I've been there. They got real soft turf. It's it's crazy to run on, but yeah, I think those 2 places are probably my favorite so far.
Who are some of the guys that teached you along the way? I mean, some guys maybe you could relate to growing up and playing, maybe some of your idols growing up looking at Canfield football.
I'd like to say the main guy who's probably taught me the most or helped me out the most, or at least who I looked up to, is Oliver Kovas. He's been in the program for a while. He just left. He's at Denison now. He's playing football. But I just really look up to him. He was a great receiver for us, and you just kind of always, you want to be like that guy for Canfield. Yeah. So yeah,
such a great senior class from a year ago. How much does this senior class stay in touch with those that have already graduated? You guys still talking and communicating?
Yeah, I try my best to stay in touch with them. I was pretty good friends with Drew Carosi, Zane McElroy, Oliver Kovas, and hopefully I'm not forgetting anyone, but yeah, those guys.
Talking about that, Smiz over there was a little bit upset that he forgot one person, rattling off the names.
Toby Smith.
There you go.
My bad. Couldn't forget him.
Rattling off the names of some of his best friends and teammates. I guess we'll give you the opportunity to give a shout out to those as well.
I'm going to try my best. But, Jack Davis, Jack Fabry, Nick Smiz, Brock Lowry, Ryan Schneider, Don Marzano, Caleb Ortiz. I'm sure there's a ton more guys. Hopefully I'm not forgetting anyone.
He's looking it up right now.
The whole receiver, all of our receivers, I'm friends with some underclassmen too. So yeah.
When you gear up for a Friday night, you get off the bus, you're ready to go. You guys take your walk around the field. What are some of the things that you do mentally to kind of lock in before the game starts?
I mean, pretty much I'm pretty focused up. I'm listening to music. I've got my AirPods in. I'm just kind of ready to go. I'm excited for the game. Kind of just settling down, getting ready.
We've asked everybody this, and we've heard a lot of different genres of music that are played before games. All right. Jack Davis was a big hit, I think, last week for listening to some rock and some Motley Crue. What is your go-to playlist before the games?
I got to say, I got to say guys who hype me up the most, probably guys like Kanye and Drake.
Okay.
Yeah, I say those guys probably.
I got you. All right, so all 3 guys are Packers fans. Everybody's told their story.
Yeah.
It's your time.
All right, so my mom, her brother-in-law, he was real good friends with AJ Hawk.
Really?
Yeah, and so he was also friends with Doug Daddish, and they were both at Ohio State.
Yep.
And so when they came to Green Bay, I kind of started paying attention to them because of my uncle.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's probably been for I don't even know, since I was like probably 5, 6 years
Wow.
old. So yeah, I've been a fan for forever.
Did you get to meet him? Did you ever get to meet AJ Hawk?
I had when I was little, I had AJ Hawk's phone number in my phone. I would
No
text him
way.
sometimes. Yeah, yeah.
Did he ever respond?
Oh yeah, no, he responded. Yeah,
Really?
I mean, I don't have his number anymore after he moved to Cincinnati.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I was gonna say, let's give him a call right now
I
and see if he
wish.
picks up.
I was on like my iPod Touch. It was forever ago. Yeah.
All right, this is a great senior class, great team. Obviously, the record reflects that. One loss to Cheney overall. You got East, Howland, and Boardman to finish off the season. What do you think personally you guys as a team need to do to take care of business and finish 8-1?
I think just our coaches help us get really prepared for these games, no matter like the skill level of these teams, because like you said, they haven't been, it's kind of hasn't been a great year for East or Howland, but our coaches have gotten us very prepared and have told us the right things to just never play down, never play to our opponent, always respect our opponents, and just kind of keep that kind of stuff in mind, so we don't do something we're not supposed to and lose a game we shouldn't.
100%. So you have an opportunity to host a playoff game at Bob Dole Field at Cardinal Stadium. How much does that mean to you, being able to play at your home field one last time in front of your fans, in front of a postseason crowd? And if you win that, you might get a second one, depending on how this latter half of the season ends up.
Honestly, when I think of a home playoff game, I think of our St. Vincent St. Mary's game. Our sophomore year is a crazy game. Just a crazy feeling to be in our own stadium and win a game like that at home. So I'm really hoping we got energy like that coming up this year, and hopefully we can have more than one.
Finally took down St. V, a team that's been wreaking havoc on this valley for a long time, but you guys got them your sophomore season. Outside of that game, maybe a favorite game that you've played in or have been a part of and have been able to watch, maybe your favorite game.
Honestly, West Branch this year was super special. Just my first game of my senior year. It was just crazy to be on the field, and just even watching that game from the sidelines was just an awesome feeling. And even the Dover game that just happened this year, and just mainly the playoff games, but all of them mean a lot to me.
What's your favorite play or moment that you've had in a game that you'll never forget?
I'd say my favorite. One of my probably a good memory I just have this from this year is from St. Thomas More. Jake Schneider was in, scored a touchdown. It was just cool to be in on a touchdown drive. And last year we were playing Cleveland JFK, and Jack Fabry was at quarterback, and he scored a touchdown. So it was pretty cool to be in during that.
Overall for you, looking back at your career, I asked Nick this as well. What is one thing you want to be remembered as when you take off those pads for the final time?
Off the football field, hopefully I'm remembered as just kind of what Nick said, just like a funny guy in the locker room, some guy that everyone can get along with. On the field, I'm hoping to be known for just catching footballs and just being a receiver, doing what those guys do. So
to wrap up the season, maybe some personal goals that you have. It could be on the field, it could be off the field, in the classroom. What are some personal goals that you got?
Pretty much just I got to just keep working for myself, and just keep working, keep pushing through the season, trying to get on the field as much as possible means a lot to me. So I'm going to do what I can to do that. For our team, I would say, just keep working together as a team, never keep our heads down. We're always just going to keep pushing forward no matter what challenge comes up. And hopefully we can just do our best and take this season as far as we can.
What's the future look like for Jake after high school? Any colleges you're looking at, any major that you want to study? You got anything decided right now?
Honestly, I feel like my sister graduated from Cincinnati this year, so I've been looking into Cincinnati a little bit. Kent State's close by. I think that I'm kind of I might think about going there, but nothing's for sure yet.
Yeah. Last question for you. Give a shout out to all your family and friends that have helped you along the way. One thing that you want to say to them.
I'd probably say people that have pushed me a lot is my dad the most. He's been pushing me the whole way. And, I mean, that's definitely the person I got to thank the most. My brother, my little brother, he goes to Ursuline. He's a junior. Oh, yeah. We've just been playing football together our whole lives. And, we kind of have the same goals. So it's cool to work with him through that. And probably Jack Fabry, because we kind of work together a lot this offseason. Yep. So we've just been pushing to, get what we think we deserve. And,
I got one more question, actually. So does your brother play football for Ursuline?
Yeah.
All right, there could be a potential matchup here
Yeah.
between
there
Ursuline and
could.
Canfield in what would be the regional, either the semi or the final. So when you look at that, if you get to face your brother, how awesome would that be? And what would the household look like the week of that game?
I can't even tell you what the household would look like, but we've always been hoping this game would come. So when I found out they moved down to our division and they came into our region, it was really exciting because it is kind of likely we could see them in the playoffs. So I don't know, it'd just be a surreal feeling to play against my brother. I've always wished that could happen. So yeah.
Do you guys ever talk any trash?
No, it's not really like that.
No.
I mean, I feel like we like to get competitive sometimes, but we usually try to stick on the same team for the most part.
That's awesome, man. Hey, we appreciate your time out here. Good luck the rest of the way. Hope you have a great senior year, and hopefully you figure things out. And great. I mean, we can't wait to see what you do on and off the field as well. Jake Cox, wide receiver and a senior leader on this squad for the Canfield football team. That'll wrap our show up here from Coca's Pizza here in Canfield. We'll be back again next week. Mike Pavlansky will talk about the East game. He will feature the Howland game, and then we'll have 3 more seniors, large class, 28 guys. So we're going to get all of them in for you. Another week of player profiles brought to you by Coca's Pizza here in Canfield.